Guys, we're back. Of course, we're going to start off with some shenanigans, but good afternoon, good day, good Tuesday, good just overall in general, man. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Been off for a little bit. We were down for
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. Fresh off King of Hammers, but first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for spending the little time with me on a Tuesday afternoon to talk some cars, talk a little bit about races, talk about upcoming shows and events, some new product, and just overall Q&A, see what we can do. Joining us today is Adrian again from Impy, one of the salesmen here. Yeah, we're going to save the announcement for a little bit. Yep. He is a member of the Just for Men Club, and apparently he didn't get his monthly subscription to brush in. But yeah, man, stoked with a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of fun, actually, I think it's just fun because we're gonna have a lot of blasts on this show, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I have 5 days of talk, you have 6. It was a pretty great event.
Right? Awesome. Yes, guys, thank you. So I mean, it's awesome to see so many people already chiming in. Darren Zumston, thank you so much. Jeff Hope, Ricky, Byron, what's up? Byron was the electrician who wired the new car. That is the man, the myth behind the scenes. Lucas Hand, what's up, brother? Hope everything is well. Talked to you a little bit ago on the phone, and glad to see that the car is progressing. Larry Negrete, Impy Racing team member in the 516 class.
That's senior or junior?
That is junior.
Senior
is basically social media inept. He usually jumps on somebody else's account. Let's see who else we got. Tim from Clearwater, Florida, checking in. Thank you so much, Tim. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are joining and enjoy some of the chatter, the banter, the bench racing, and the shit talking. Abe, thank you also checking in. It's cool for me. And you've been with us from the very, 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 very beginning. I mean, we're approaching in on year 2 of the show, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of stuff. So
how many episodes?
We actually kind of lost count, to be honest with you. We didn't have a running total. We are.
What do you guess?
We're thinking somewhere right around 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing pretty good on that stuff. So Pete, what's going on? Everybody's checking in. Appreciate it. Before I get started, I do want to do a couple of things. As a fan of as a somebody who just does this show out of pure passion, wanting to entice people, want to have fun with it. It's gained a lot of notoriety, which is very cool. And I'm super thankful for every opportunity that we've gotten. Guys like Ish, Volks Familia, who made me the sign behind us. Super thankful for that. Getting the toy cars in the mail, goodie packages, and I hate to even say the word fan mail, right? It's not even really what it's about. It's just about enthusiasts and hobbies. But I did receive a very, very cool gift, completely unexpected, and I want to share it with you guys. While at King of the Hammers, one of our local VW nuts was around, but Michelle Zumston, you guys see Darren on here all the time, but Michelle's a talented little artist, and I'll put it like this. And she made this, wood burning. She made this by hand. and burnt all these lines, all the drawing, all the entire design by hand. And I dig stuff like this, man. It means a lot to me. I know that she made this, basically took her 6 weeks or so.
Oh, wow.
And had a real, just it's on the back of it, but I just dig and appreciate these kind of things. This is what's about. It's about the hobby. It's about, people showcasing their crafts, but I just wanted to thank Michelle kind of out of the gate. I know when she kind of came the day we were packing up, getting ready to head out. I appreciate stuff like this. It means a lot to me. This will find its new home in the MP Insider studio, and I'm very proud to display it. I think it's really cool, and again, thank you from me to you. I appreciate it. That stuff's awesome, and it's just cool. Hopefully, it entices other people. So, wow. So back from what was a wild and crazy week. God, we were gone with 10 days. It seemed like forever. The entire month of January was kind of just building up for the King of the Hammers. And, finishing those 2 cars, working day and night and day, weekends, and then to finally come to fruition. It was awesome. Now, with that being said, we brought our dear friend, Adrian, who is a salesman here. You guys have seen him on the show before, and he got his first taste of an off-road event.
Yeah, and it was honestly, probably that King of Hammers was probably a little over, like probably too big for my mind to wrap around, because I wasn't expecting it. That being my first off-road race to go to, going to that one first, it's like, oh, I'm going to go to my first football game. Yeah, I got tickets to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's basically what it was,
yeah.
Right? I mean, it was huge. It was awesome. It was crazy. But first race I've ever gone to, first experience in off-road racing that I've actually done myself, and it did not let down at all. I mean, it was crazy. And, I got to ride with Wilkie.
Yeah, that's a treat in itself.
I mean, I don't know if his co-driver Kevin didn't show up that Friday night. Maybe
he didn't get there later. Yeah,
he got there late.
We went out and tested to kind of run the cars a little bit more.
So, Wilkie, everyone's getting ready to go pre-run, and Wilkie's like, "Hey, man, want to go ride with me?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got a helmet?" I'm like, "No." And then I'm like, my face just drops. I'm like, "Oh shit, I can't go. I don't have a helmet." And he's like, "No, I think I got one." He goes in his trailer and grabs one out, gives it to me. Now, this is really, really embarrassing. Okay. I get in the car. I have the helmet on. I get in the car, and it's time to put the seatbelt on, right? The 5-point seatbelt.
Yeah.
Couldn't get that thing on to save my life. So embarrassed. Wilkie's looking at me, and he's like, "Yeah, bro." And he's kind of, gesturing how to do it. I'm at a complete loss. I mean, manhood just totally devastated. I was so embarrassed. And then, Wilkie, man, what a nice guy, dude. I hadn't met him before.
Yeah.
You hear the YouTube stuff, and, you don't know him until you meet him. What a super nice guy.
Yeah. I think a lot of the perception, of him is just kind of that, goofball, Spicoli.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, he is one of those multifaceted guys that kind of the situational will dictate, really what you look at him as. And then he's a super smart business guy.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a driver. And I'll tell you right now, you got to see what I don't say what we fell in love with, but what we saw early on with him and the interaction and the following, and
super cool guy, total man crush as soon as I met him. Not gonna lie.
Bromance.
Yeah. No, so anyway, he takes, he's like, okay, I'll do it. So he literally straps me in like a baby in a child seat.
Did you have to buckle your helmet, please?
No.
Okay.
I ride a motorcycle.
I was like, you do ride a motorcycle. So like, if you had to lift your head up.
One thing I got to do.
My shit strap.
So, he straps me in, we take off, and then unfortunately we're in it for 5 minutes, and he had some carburetor problems. So, we actually had to get towed back in. And then, but then later on that evening, I got to go with him again. But the good thing was when we broke down, he gets out of the car. I take the seatbelt apart and now I'm inspecting it. I'm like, okay, how the hell did this go together?
Yeah.
So I solved the puzzle. So later on, when I went with him that evening, got it done. Yes.
He's like the bull rider, dude, when he ropes the calf and he's clear.
Completely redeemed myself. I was like,
Nice.
okay, all I needed was one time to figure it out.
Very nice.
So I got you, but that was really rad because that evening when we went, we got to go on the course.
Yeah.
So we got to take 2 practice laps on that course. So I got to ride with Wilkie on the course, the jumps, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Totally rad. Then we went out and, we rode around before that, right? But man, so much fun. Incredible fun. And it just by chance, just got lucky, just a warm body. He needed a warm body and I was there.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, we haven't had a chance to talk. I mean, hell, I barely back to the office. I mean, what is it? Everything that I've tried to explain to you guys.
Yeah, but it doesn't even translate when you try and explain it compared to when you actually experience it. Being in the car, seeing him drive, maneuvering, the bumps, the whoops, all that stuff. You just can't explain it. You have to experience it.
Right.
And it's incredible. It's so much fun. I mean, it's so much fun. I'm in trouble now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Lucas Hand's he's already chiming in. Adrian's hooked. So, Adrian,
Yeah.
how hooked are you?
Let's.
Is this it right here? Is this official?
All right. So when
what happened
when I left King of the Hammers on Monday, right? I left Monday.
Yes.
Yes, I left Monday, and I'm driving back, and I've got to call Jesse Harden, who's our sales manager here. I'm telling him, hey, I'm on my way back. Am I in the office tomorrow? They were talking about quarantining for a couple of days because we were at this event with thousands of people. So, I'm telling him how much fun I had, and I explained the Wilkie story, and he's like, hey, man, you're not going to believe this, but I just got a lead on an 11 car. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I was talking to a few people, but, he's like, I don't really feel like incurring all the costs right now. And he's like, are you down? And I'm like, oh, no. So long story short, I come back, I Venmo Jesse thousands of dollars, and Jesse and I just picked up an 11 car.
They're proud new owners of a turnkey 11.
Of a turnkey 11 car, which will be running
the more race
on the 20th for the first time. And yeah, that's how much damn fun I have. And that's how much fun people can have.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the crazy thing. So I was sitting in the empty booth that we set up outside the, in Hammertown. In Hammertown, right? Where all the vendors were. And I talked to no less than probably 20 people. And I'm going to say, well, maybe 30, right? And I'd say 10 of those 30 that I talked to who all planned to build an 11 car were actual corporations that were there with their big setups and their tents.
Right.
And we haven't got into this, but they all watched the race, and everybody, I mean, it was the most spectated part of the whole time we were there, and everybody loved it. I mean, everybody was going crazy talking about that specific race. And I mean, so many different companies there were like, yeah, we're going to build a company 11 car for next year. I mean, everybody's super excited.
Even if 50% do it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Think about that.
And that's the thing. And one of the reasons why I really wanted you on the show today was because, I can sit here behind the microphone and tell everybody, oh, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, and it's like, dude, that's factual. It's not to build hype. This is when I tell you, like, when we checked in as a group at the big, massive fire pit in the center of Hammertown, right in front of the stage, in front of the Jumbotron. Like, you couldn't put the 11 cars in a better spot, dude. It was crazy. Yeah. Right at sunset. Everybody with the lights on. It was just... And I mean, such a crowd. Everybody's just looking at them. Everyone's just enjoying it. I mean, everyone can't believe that, I mean, people who aren't into Volkswagens are looking at, oh my God, what? They're going to race? What? Yeah. But it was something else. I mean, it was
Well, this was the first time the Class 11s were there,
First time
right?
it's ever happened. And a huge shout out to Dave Cole and the entire King of the Hammer staff. We were treated great. Trying to, it's obviously engagement things. It's our first time going there as a vendor and as a company, as a sponsor. There's a lot of, a shit ton of moving parts to this, where you're parking in Hammertown, the COVID test, on midst of building this event in the middle of a pandemic. Was just kudos, hats off, guys. Tip of the cap to you. You did a freaking awesome job. Amidst some of the issues and the hurdles and hiccups with internet and Wi-Fi and all the other stuff, they did a damn good job. And they've got a great crew behind Dave. Scott was phenomenal. Alan, phenomenal. Those guys really helped out. And I did see somebody chime in here that I do want to give a very special thanks to. Rick Boyer. Shout out to you, man. Awesome job of just kind of keeping the vibe going. Reaching out to Dennis, getting him to come out to be an independent third party to kind of watch over the Class 11 guys. If there was any question about tech or anything that needed to be done, that way we came in as a sponsor, but we also want to race, right? And we do have some cars we have some horses in the race. So for us to kind of take a step back and to let somebody else have an independent third party say, should anything have arose, great move, great job. Thank you. I need to call you after because I want to make sure we take care of Dennis and for him to come out. So awesome job. And I mean, from all intents and purposes, I hear that we're going to be back. I mean, no matter what, we're going to be back next year. And I hope, fingers crossed, there's a good chance that we're going to be going to, I'm hoping the chatter has been that we'll be invited to go to Moab in May, which would be freaking awesome. Yeah. Oh my, yeah, dude, it was a trip, and I don't want to waste the whole show talking about King of the Hammers and how awesome it was. And I'll tell you right now, if you haven't gone to an off-road event, and this you're a car guy, yeah, but you're not like, I mean, there's guys that are I live and breathe it, right? But you like cars, you enjoy the shows, you like working with people. That is a different perspective, right, of what goes on. And it literally, like you said, is the Super Bowl. And I mean, it's the who's who of what's going on. And I think that,
but one thing that people really told me about was, and there's there's a lot of older guys there that had been racing for years and whatnot, right? And they told me this little Class 11 race is what Baja was. That's interesting. This is Baja for the people, not for corporate sponsorships, not for trophy trucks that cost $3 million that people can't afford. I mean, you can literally, and I'm going to be living proof of it. You can buy one of these little cars or build one and you can race. You can't buy or get into a trophy truck. No. The average person, that's never going to happen.
Right.
And if you want to do this is at such a level where people can actually do it. So people were telling me, old school guys were like, yeah, this is what Baja racing used to be, because I mean, you guys had the most beautiful cars, right? When they started, but
man, they took a beating,
but there were, I'd say half the other cars out there, not that they were junkers, but they were, they were ridden hard.
Right.
And you can see it.
Ours are just fresh. They're all going to look the same. I mean, everybody's cars, they're all quality built.
Yeah.
Some are a little bit nicer with other, fit and finish, right? But they're structurally, there's only so many ways to lay some tube in there, right? That's not going to be, that's a functional other than just making it pretty. There's so many
but that's
things.
what I'm saying. It's something that's actually obtainable to the average person who wants to do this. That's why I think there was so much excitement, because people saw their way back into this. And especially their way back into King of the Hammers, because again, now the average person can go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like a punter. Different. You may be the punter, but you're still in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. So that's why it was, I think that's why it resonated with so many people, because they were like, oh, wow, this is kind of old school. This is something everybody can do. And that's, I swear, just based on, like you said, if half the people that said they're going to build a car, that field is going to be double the size that you had. Yeah. And you had what, 17?
We actually had 17 cars.
17 cars. So imagine double. Now you're in the 30s. That's going to be nuts, dude.
Yeah. And I mean, if you think about it, Baja Jerky, who was one of the sponsors of the event, we were headline, they were presenting, but they have a trophy truck. They were, race Baja and stuff like that. Larry Rossler won Baja this last year with it, I believe. And then, but they have their like color packaging, and their marketing is like 5 different color packages. And they want to have a class 11 for each of the color packages to kind of represent stuff. So if any of these things even come to play, it's great, and it's cool because, it's just shows that it's freaking infectious, man. Cause you know what? The damn cars do a lot more than what people think, what we've been saying from the get-go.
They certainly do. I mean, I'm holding on. I mean, we're probably, I don't know, what was top speed that when I was out there with Wilkie on 50, 60.
Across the lake bed, you're probably doing 60 when you're messing around.
And you're holding on. You're like, damn, we're moving. I mean, even if we're not, it certainly feels like it. Yeah. It sure does. I mean, and what was I forget his name, the guy that took second place?
Croft.
Now, and he's the real deal.
So Croft races, and Richard, I see Richard's chiming in on the show. Croft races a UTV. I think he races a 1400 truck or something too. I mean, the guy is there for multiple races,
right? And
he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll race 11 too," and never been in one from what I gather. Is the first race in that brand new car, and was dicing with Wilkie,
and he loved it, right?
Yeah,
he couldn't stop.
He tried to buy my car. My car, I had multiple offers from this last weekend to buy my car, and I've turned them all down foolishly. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Somebody scroll up here. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys, so bear with me. Todd Kennedy says, do you think the big corporate owned cars will take away from the grassroots racers?
I don't see
here's why I say no. And it's going to be in this. If we stick to our rules, right, and we don't be wavering from the money, right? If like, we need this rule changed to put this money up. Like, we never did any of that at Impy here. Like we said, we'll play by the rules. Some of them are dumb as shit, but we played by the rules. As long as we stick to the basic rules and we don't start changing things and doing all this stuff, that's what makes it even better. Now, as a fan, how cool is it going to be to get to race against Rob McCachran or Bryce Menzies or Larry Rossler, the living legends of the sport, and Dre can go out there, or I can go out there, or Eddie can go out there, and we can go dice and rub fenders and bang into the first corner on a land rush start. That's what will keep the class, I think, live and flourishing, but we have to stay true to our roots.
Yeah, and I actually heard that exact statement by a couple of guys that I talked to out there, and they're like, as long as everything stays within the same rules, then competitively, no one's going to have an edge over anyone else.
Yeah.
You just keep, if it sticks to the standard that it is, then it remains affordable and it remains for everybody, and it can't go crazy. Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's why.
And that's what makes it fun. It's a driver's class,
right,
where everybody's within, let's just go on the extreme. Everybody's within 15 horsepower of each other for the most part. Right.
Sounds about right.
Everybody's setups are very similar for the most part. And it comes down to who's willing to risk it, who's willing to risk the biscuit to get the trophy, man. And that's really what it comes down to. Some are more willing to risk it than others. And some are just having a damn good time dicing it up for a few laps. And
yeah, I know.
I'm
still
talking
to the converter.
I'm still sucker. I'm still blown away, right? Yeah. Because yesterday, I'm back yesterday,
yes,
and I found out yesterday, like, oh yeah, we bought an 11 car that's turnkey, and I know the car.
And on Saturday we went pre-run.
And by the way, we went out and pre-run tested.
And Corey's like, oh, okay, you got to get your got it. Get your fire suit. Got it.
I was like,
got to get your Hans device. Yeah, got it.
These guys, I come back, I was like, what were you ordering shit on the drive home?
Basically.
Because I'm like, okay, he left this day. I got back this, like, you must have.
It was Monday.
Yeah,
it was Monday yesterday.
Like, dude, this dude was ordering stuff when he got to the office, like Wednesday night at home, like nerding out because you got to pack it on Thursday, ship it on, get it on Friday. And I come to work Monday.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was really weird. Just it's one of those things where the timing, I guess, was right. I come back from the race, I'm all hyped up. Jesse didn't get a chance to go. He's been wanting to try it, and we're like, oh, wow, this could just happen like that.
Yeah, the stars just lined up.
Yeah, everything lined up. So yeah, man. I mean, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna have fun. Do we finish? I don't know. Do we win? Probably not.
All right, guys. Take your bets. Place your bets now.
Place your bets. And now,
now there's an office rivalry. Now
here's the really good thing.
If it wasn't worse as it is.
Jesse's an experienced driver. He's been, he does the dunes. He's got his Can-Ams. He's got a
badass sand car. He's got a bitchin' Can-Am.
So, I feel lucky because honestly, if I've got to drive, I'm going to white knuckle it.
I hope to God you get in that car to drive at least one lap.
I can drive too, man. I can drive stick. That's all I can say. But yeah, I bought in so I could get passenger.
I mean, now you're in it. You're in it for sure.
Yeah,
it's awesome, bro.
I know it's gonna be so much. I can't wait. I mean, tonight Jesse brought the car here tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have another shop night together,
and we're gonna have our first shop night. We're gonna go out there. We're
gonna
work on the car. We're gonna, we've already got.
This is what I wanted, dude. This is what I wanted to happen around the office. It's infectious, dude. We're getting back to our roots. We're going to have a sales department versus marketing department. Like I want a pit crew challenge, against it. But it's the all in fun, all in good taste.
We need a pit crew, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of adopted, so you're good. We
shoehorned our way.
Yeah. We're going to give you the smoke, but not all the smoke. And we're going to give you the secrets too. So we're definitely going to hold the reins back since Jesse
give me a little secret sauce.
Since Jesse only thinks we make 50 horsepower turds. But at the same thing, dude, I'm stoked for you. Congratulations. I know there's several people here that are waiting for a car. Darren Zumston bought a car. It's getting delivered next week. So that's another cursor coming to the grounds. Him and his wife are going to tag team that one.
Yeah. Well, I know Timmy and Richard, they got a lot of,
they're
going to get a lot. They got a lot of business out of Kingdom Hammers. Man.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
They're absolutely buried.
Yeah.
And great for them. It's exactly how we wanted it.
Yeah, because they buy parts for me, so it's great. Double great. They're gonna pay for that car.
His racing things.
Thank you very much.
I think we'll need to do a salesman break. Sean, thanks for checking in. Riverside Style Racing. If you remember back that far, I was a pup during Riverside days. How we're being sucker. It gets me every time.
Magic swipe.
So if you guys, I see the screen here. DJ Eddie's over here having fun with me. We were joking about the magic swipe across the screen and changing, and he's having fun with me. So it catches my eye every time it happens. It's like a bad porno or something. But man, it just the entire thing that we've been able to just build in the group and with the organization and stuff like that to build a bitch and race team to show Impy's alive and well and still cares about motorsports. And my God, just wait till drag racing comes back. I mean, it's going to be nuts.
I know.
This is still, we're going to play in the dirt for a little while still. Big Larry Senior checking in. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you. I guess I'll be seeing you Friday night. We got a little something up our sleeve with Larry Senior. And
hey, you know what? And before we go further, man, the Negretti family, tops, dude, tops. I mean, mom, sister, Larry Jr., Larry Sr., they're the nicest people, man. They cooked food for our whole camp. They hung out, they helped out, they pitted. Junior was driving. What was the dog's name? Cheeky's. Oh man, what a great family. Great family. I'm not bullshitting. They are so nice. I was like, you know what? I don't know. They seem too nice. Yeah. They must go home and hate each other because it was over. They're so nice. Yeah. I was disturbed how nice they were.
Yep. I mean, kudos to Larry Senior.
Yeah,
you've got a hell of a great family, and you've raised them right as well.
Yeah, cool.
It was awesome to have Larry Jr. as my co-pilot. I mean, we shared some great moments there, and it was a blast. Mario Campos checking in. Mario, if you guys don't know, Mario Campos is you're normally a top fuel mechanic bottom end builder. He's the one that puts the cranks and the hearts, I like to say, is in the top 10,000, 11,000 horsepower top fuel cars. He's part of the Impy Racing Team crew.
Oh,
and Big Mario is also our truck driver. He was quite famous, Instagram famous, rolling down the freeway with 4 badass cars on the trailer. And if you guys ever see it, honk, wave. That's Mario. and he'll be doing the same for us, taking the hot rods out to more race. But
yeah, Mario's my bunkie, dude.
yeah,
we're soulmates.
Yeah,
we were in that trailer. He's like, hey, what's up, bunkie?
Yeah, the freaking the bunk beds.
Yeah, that's my guy, dude.
All right, so let me see. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Sean Malbanin. That's right. He's working on Zeus. Sean is a prepper down in down south, I believe, or Riverside area, and he's prepping the other Negrete 516, the King car for Ernie. Ricky, you got to sell that 1450 truck to come out and build an 11. It's way cheaper. Who is that's not so Jeff. Adrian did not buy Radu's car. Somebody else did. Adrian and Jesse bought the Trump 2020 car that you guys saw out there, the American flag one that was owned by Greg and built by Playtech. Right. So bitchin' car, GPS in it, it's ready to go. I don't know the guy's name, Jeff, who bought Radu's car. I saw him working on it. I believe he's coming to the Moore race. That car was ready to go.
How many cars do you already have?
For Moore?
Yeah.
I think we're over 20 now. I think we're going to finish Moore race or at least checkered flag start with right around 25 cars.
Oh boy. For
class 11. I think in the class 9, I think we're over 40 cars. And then 516, I think we're going to finish around 15. So we're doing it I'm really happy with how everybody's wanting to get involved with the Triple Crown Series. You can't miss this race if you want a shot at the big payout. So that's on top of the normal payout for the race itself too. So that's what's pretty cool is you're going to get a big chunk of money. They put a couple $100 per car just for the payout for the race on top of the bonus money that we're putting in for. So you win the money and then you got the end of year money. So it's gonna be pretty bitching. Bear with me, guys, trying to get through these comments real quick. Richard Boyer. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's do a short course race, TT drive, ride with 11 car, first half of the race. Then at the halfway point, pull into the hot pit. Trophy truck driver gets in and drives the 11 car, and the passenger carry on for the next half. That's crazy shit. I'd rather kind of do the trophy truck and not in the 11, but man, I'm really excited. So Richard, you brought up a great point about short course. So many of you guys know we were really excited for 2021 with Lucas Oil and the whole short course series. We've been kind of hinting about a couple things here and there. Many of you guys may or may not have seen the announcement the other day that Lucas Oil has reached an agreement with Lee Perfect and Dave Cole from King of the Hammers to acquire the deal. It looks like everything's all kind of set and done. It'll go by the acronym of GAS. Basically, it's like a short course association deal. And stay tuned for dates coming, man. And we at Impy are going to be super proactive in that as best we can. And we're super excited to bring some classes back and to do more short course stuff because it's fun, it's local, and it really makes the drive. So, I think providing a place for, an avenue for a driver that may not be top caliber or not afford the trophy truck, but you can feel like it. And you can have your friends and family and, it's $10 to get in somewhere and just to come hang out. Yeah. And get, the coolest trophies. I mean, I'll give Lucas credit, man. They built, this is just a mock-up. But they built some amazing trophies that are cool to hand out, and there's a chance to win 2 of those a weekend is kind of how they were doing it. Cause it was 2 races, 2 days, 2 different events. And it was just cool. And it's really neat that they've been able to accomplish that. And I'm really hoping, we're able to get that off the ground. So
that King of Hammers trophy,
those were bitching. I think those were made by Laser Nut.
Nice.
And
very nice,
dude. Those trophies were badass, and hopefully one day we'll get our hands on one. So, Josh Lath, what's happening, man? Good to see you. We'll catch up very, very soon. I'm finally back from King of the Hammers, and we got a lot of business to handle. So, Michelle Zumson, thank you so much. Again, I chimed in I appreciate you, the great picture you did for us. You said it best right there. Thanks, MP and Ultra 4 for doing the class 11. We are super excited and hope we can do it again next year. And I hope and pray, and if some of the gossip and chatter that I heard was correct about Moab, dude, I'm in like Flynn. And I mean, I know we'll be rolling that semi down to Utah.
I don't
with
even
4
know what it
cars
is,
deep.
and I'm in.
That's legit.
So this is a good point in the show, I think, where we could say, let's do this. What is your expectations, and maybe what's your biggest fear right now about the new car? Or like, what do you think you're gonna?
Personally, honestly, I'm not that concerned. I mean, luckily, I probably do have the advantage over the normal person just because I work here, right?
Yeah.
So I have a leg up. Corey, I got Corey, who I'm going to lean on, even if he doesn't want to.
I'm not helping you. You're now the enemy.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if I beat you, then I'll be the
Not gonna
well.
happen.
If we, excuse me, there's no I. Anyway, no, but you know what? I'm not overly concerned because to me this is just going to be fun. I'm more excited than I have concerns, and I don't know if that's just because this is our first go around in it, but I don't really have that many concerns. I don't feel any concern for safety because those cars are really I mean, you're in that goddamn iron cage.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. We've taken all the precautions. I trust what Jesse is going to do with the motor and whatnot. I trust his driving. I felt safe when we were pre-running the other day. So I'm not all that concerned, honestly. I'm actually a little more concerned for his health because, he had that back issue a few years ago.
My back. It's spinal.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, God, come on, Jesse. You can do it. One more lap. You can do it. I'm going to be in his ear. I'm going to break out the pom-poms.
So, yeah, they extended the course. So now it looks like we're 30 miles long.
Is that what it is?
But we're only doing 3 laps.
Oh, 3 now.
Yeah. So it actually
it's gonna
works
be
out.
shorter,
No, it actually longer because you do less laps. Because originally it was 20-mile course, 4 laps.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now it's a 30-mile course, but 3 laps.
Well, you lose 10 miles right there then. If it was 4 laps at 20, that's
20, 40, 60.
Oh no, you're right. I'm thinking 25.
He's not a math guy, guys. He's a.
I was told there would be no math.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Magic swipe.
Now, honestly, I think after the first race, whatever damage we take to the car, whatever repairs we have to make, then I'll start to be like, oh, okay, this is something that we have to actually really focus on, pay attention to, start to get it ready for the next race and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually curious about. Is how is Adrian? I mean, I've never seen you after 5:05.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Now we're gonna actually see him a little late, working in the shop, trying to get the car ready.
I'm like, is this a wrench? Okay,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yep.
No, yeah. Look, I'm really excited to do it. That's the thing, and that's why right now it's all excitement. There's no trepidation, no worry,
Right.
no concern yet. We'll worry for that later. I'll deal with that later. Right now, it's all a buzz and okay, we got to get this, we got to get that. Is this working right? Should we replace this? Like I told Corey, who's telling me not to, I want to paint the whole goddamn car fresh, ready for it in 2 weeks. He's advising me, don't do it. Just get the car ready. Just get out there. Don't miss it. Don't put it in jeopardy that you may not make it. But I'm so excited. I'm like, oh no, what are you talking about? It's gonna look as good as yours.
Mark my words. If you take that stupid wrap off the car right now, you will not make that race looking like ass.
Yeah.
Because I know it'll drive you nuts.
I know. Well, it's
going to unveil it. So leave it as it looks good. The car's good. Just get it mechanically ready.
No, I know.
Prep it.
I'm 100%. We're going to get it mechanically sound. If we have time for extra stuff, we'll do it. But if we don't, I'm not going to push it.
Yeah, because you're going to destroy the fender. The fenders are going to walk off that car.
Oh, yeah.
They're already close.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Which is fine. Yeah. So what else? We
didn't talk about the actual race itself.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Outcome, finishing.
Well, I mean, you're kind of much taking over now. So let's give us the play-by-play.
First of all, incredible race. One guy described it as watching a bunch of fireflies out there in the evening, just going around and around and around. I mean, I'm telling you how much people loved watching it. I was okay. You know where the pit was, right? Somehow I snuck into the infield part, and probably because I had one of your radios so I could listen. but I got to sneak in there, and everybody else was behind the fences, and everybody was ooh, oh, ah, oh, every jump, right? Every jump, the crowd was like, whoa. And then when what's the guy's name that rolled?
Josh.
When Josh rolled, it was
Which time?
Oh,
yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, it was really the event itself. There was so much excitement, and it didn't stop right until the end. Everybody loved it. It was great. Now, obviously, Wilkie won.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then we said second.
Croft was second.
Third.
Ryan Rodriguez. Flying Ryan. Fast kid.
Timmy was fourth.
Timmy was fourth.
Right.
Yep.
Fifth was.
Can I remember his name? And I apologize in advance.
Yeah, I don't remember. And then Richard was sixth. Or was he seventh?
Yeah, sixth or seventh. Yeah, something like that.
But I mean, everybody finished just within each other. There was, other than Wilkie and probably Croft, who were out ahead of everybody, right?
They were in their own rhythm.
Yeah. And then Jorge and
Cisco Bio and Jorge Jimenez Racing Engines.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, Cisco's fast.
Yeah, those first 4 laps where they were ahead of Wilkie, I was like, we've got something going on here. And unfortunately, they had mechanical issues, right? But it was fun race.
I think for me, I think the enjoyment of meeting with everybody, letting everybody kind of see the cars up close and personal, let them build that bond and attachment with, I like that color car, and the kids are like that one. And then, you kind of get to meet the personalities. That's like cool. Yeah. And then we all fired the cars up. We drove around the fire pit, and then we went on our parade lap. And as soon as we started rolling out of the parade lap, I mean, everybody and their mother was walking up to the railing.
Yeah, it was really great. Then so that's how it started at the fire pit. Everybody then paraded in. Then you guys went, lined up the start, and then at the end when the top finishers parked and everybody got him around. Dude, when Wilkie won, right after he won and he parked right there in the infield, dude, there was a crowd of 100 people around him.
There's no room. And they were all that blew past the barriers.
Yeah, I mean, literally 100 people in the crowd just rushed his car. I mean, it's these little class 11s that nobody's paying attention to technically, and 100 people just rushed the car.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Richard Boyer is the one that got sixth.
Okay.
And that dude, I'll tell you right now, that old boy is fast. And he's thick like a brick like me, and the dude can wheel that car. And hopefully one day I will get to be as fast as that guy. He's good, man. Yeah. And he only had second gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that whole time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Son of a gun. And he roosted me again.
Yeah, but it was, everything. It seemed like all the drivers, everybody after the race, right? Everyone's talking to each other, congratulating everybody. And that's actually one thing that I really liked. And one thing that I really noticed, because obviously being my first race, outsider, kind of just taking it in from the outside, everybody was super helpful with each other. Norman with the orange bug, Nelson with the orange bug, Baja, someone that came with us, his car broke down. Everybody's helping to fix it. They ended up getting a welder from the guys in the pits across from us. Everyone gathered together. Everyone helped each other. It was really, really cool. And I think that's probably why I liked it so much, because it seemed like everybody was there to have a good time, to help each other out. There wasn't a bunch of animosity towards, this is you race for this person, you race for whatever. Right. It just seemed like a really cool crowd. And I really liked it. Maybe that's what, infected me so much with it, but I just liked it. It just seemed really, really fun. And then the camping, the hanging out, it was a great time. I mean, everybody should try and experience it if you can, if you want to. It might not be for everybody. I mean, showering once in 4.5 days, not the best.
That's you. That's on you.
Well, yeah, I had a cell with my bunkies. I had 4 dudes in there farting and snoring. A little different experience. Big Eddie.
That's rocks in a blender.
That's a big guy, dude. Oh my God. I thought he was going to kill me. Real quick, Eddie, I thought I lost
He's watching the show.
his truck. And I was like, this guy's going to murder me. I'm gonna die. I lost his keys. I'm sweating it. Then I'm like, "Are you sure you don't have them?" Oh, let me go. Oh yeah, dog, I got him. I'm like, oh. I was about to get murdered.
Chris Hill chiming in said, "That's off-road racing, mate. That's what it's. That's what makes it is the camaraderie.
Yeah,
You know,
I
there's
100% agree.
there's class 11 junkies. There's little things like that are on social media and Facebook groups, and you know, for the most part, everybody's really good. I mean, they're little jabs, little BS here and there. You know, only a couple of douchebags, kind of like that strip club. There's 100 beautiful women and 3 ugly ones, and there's a couple of douchebags in there. But overall, man, it's really cool. The camaraderie's cool. The willingness to help. You know, I mean, if you look at Timmy, right, and I'll use Timmy as an example because we know him, right? He goes out and builds stuff. We show what he's building. It's his style, his thing that he's working on, and then we see the infectiousness of a guy like Idiot Racing, I think it is, or I Did It Racing, whatever, however you want to work it, out of Florida. And the guy is building his clone Class 11 in his dream. Super cool dude. I've chatted message with him a couple times, and he's using like the designs that he sees on our social media and other places that he's finding like Facebook, and he's using it. And that's what's cool. That's what it's about, because it's like, dude, let's go with it. Let's all go down to Baja and race together. I mean, could you imagine getting 30 or 40 or 50 Class 11 cars in one Baja or something? It'd be so sick. Crazy. Towing everybody out and putting a freaking roadblock in the thing, but we'd make it. Big Larry MP Fire Pit was awesome. Thank you for bringing that up. You know, big shout out to our friends back east and Mr. Stinkbug. Thank you for making that up for me, man. That was really cool. Some of you guys saw it. It was just a really cool laser cutout, round drum built with the MP thing. So it looked really neat behind it. And we'll share some more pictures on social media about that stuff, but it was cool. Can't wait to get that back. Richard, I want my fire pit. Timmy's car, Darren, Timmy's car needs some fenders, the door will pop out, but it definitely needs some fenders. He was dicing it up pretty good, but we'll be back. I mean, we're thrashing on the cars tomorrow night, pretty hard all day, and then get our hands dirty Friday night. We got some special stuff Friday, and the weekend's already booked, race car stuff, and we'll be ready for the following week. Dre,
yeah,
what's the over under? Dre throws
dope.
up.
Oh no way.
It's cool that you don't have to wait that long. You know, you're just like, well, here we go.
I know, right into his frying pan.
Got into it.
Jump in there. I don't even know if I can swim.
I can't wait. I'm honestly, man, I'm stoked. And it's like, I'm stoked for Darren and his wife getting a car. I'm stoked for the guy that wants to carry the torch now from Radu's car. I love talking with Timmy and like, dude, I got this car coming in now for a build. And I got this car in town from Colorado. And hell, let's not even forget, Custom Coach Works is building that bitchin' oval window swing axle Class 11 car that JJ from Custom Coach Works is supposed to be coming down and all the way from Colorado to race the Moore race in 2 weeks. So that car.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, Franz, you left me a message earlier. I called you. You didn't answer. I'll call you when I get out of here. Franz at KCW.
Yeah. So, I mean, that car, I kind of jabbed at him and poked the bear a little bit. Said, man, you better get your ass in gear if you're going to make that race.
Yeah.
Cage in the car. And that car is gorgeous. So, like, that he's not even registered yet for it. So,
right.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we reached 30 cars, but you know, it's
for this upcoming race. Nice.
And you got to remember, and there's bonus incentives that go to the end of your payout for each car, each milestone that you make. Oh, if it's 15 cars, it's this. If it's 20, it's this. If it gets to 30 cars, it's this much more. And you're talking big money payouts, more than anything drag racing related VW, and let alone a lot of stuff that's off road. So,
and let's also mention how well the cars did, right? I mean, other than a couple of minor issues, everybody was golden. That's what, for our team, right?
Yeah. I mean, we had 2 brand new cars. We put about 30 miles, 40 miles on them, testing literally days before. We come back, nut and bolt them, make a few adjustments, and we off and running. And we did do some testing out there and got stuck trying to get those bars to settle, trying to do a bunch of different stuff. And, it's you hit it right. I mean, a big shout out, just the craftsmanship that Timmy's done, that the team's put together, and again, tip of the cap to, I call it the MP Racing team. I jokingly say the merry band of misfits, because these guys are working in the shop on their own time. They're volunteering. They're not getting paid by MP. The best thing we do is we can feed them some food. We'll order dinner, we order pizzas, we order whatever it may be. Clyde's hot chicken, Jersey Mike's, whatever, right? But we're in the shop grinding it out. And I shout out to all those guys, that shit actually worked really well.
Yeah.
We didn't have any major issues, a couple of shock adjustments. We figured some stuff out. I had an unfortunate one. But overall, the car's nothing related to our work. It just fluke shit.
Yeah, I know. It was so great to see. Everything went, I mean, you got a flat tire, carburetor stuck a little, but shit. I mean,
First flat.
4 cars, right? No issues.
Yeah.
Which was great. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
Nope.
I mean, everyone just wants to go out there, finish, compete, do the best they can. Whoever wins. But I mean, everybody, I mean, even in the race, how many cars went down? 2?
I think a couple more. But overall, it just shows that, the product that we're using, the product that again comes full circle. Why do we go off-road racing? What the hell is MP doing going off-road racing? Look at, man, we're showing you that our MP Chinese ball joints can go out and jump and do this, do that, and they're living just fine. Our MP tie rods, tie rod ends, our brakes, our CV joints, our axles, our engines, our crankshafts, our everything that we're doing, our 44 HPMXs, all the stuff, it's all living. Our suspension seats, our shifter, steering column, all this stuff is reason why we built the off-road cars, is to go out, beat the living shit out of it, show you guys that they're surviving and having a great time, and proving it.
And you too can do it.
Yeah. You can build the car from the catalog.
You can.
Except a shock package and radios. Call Rugged Radios for your shock, for your all communications needs. Man, it's cool to see everybody still chiming in. I'm trying to keep through it all. Stanley Ford, thank you so much. Guys don't know, Stan Ford and his brother Steve are the ones that run the Prado show in June. Oh. So it's part of the announcements that we wanted to touch on that. Prado show is tentatively scheduled for June 13th of this year. I know they've got a big meeting coming up with the city. Hopefully all goes out and works well for them and makes it worthwhile for them to have a show. Keep your fingers crossed, and we'll keep it rolling, and keep our positive thoughts your way, because we definitely want that show, not for our own selfish needs necessarily of just having a show to go to. Obviously there's a thing of it, but there's so much more that the Fords do with that money. And they sponsor a yearly room at the Ronald McDonald House. So that money, 100% of the profits and proceeds go to that Ronald McDonald deal. And it's super powerful and impactful for what they do. And we want to be a part of it and do everything we can to help them raise some money and make sure that show goes on.
Plug-in announcements?
Yep, bug in. Andy Kimball kind of graced us with some news last week. Super stoked to see him back in action, out there pushing the shows. Bug in looks like June 20th at Irwindale, not at Fontana, but at Irwindale. Then we have Drag Day August 22nd, and another Drag Day October 31st. So, and then they're hopefully have the Treffin show as well. But we're starting to get there, guys. I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to get out here on this show was to say, look, man, stay positive. We were at Octo show I was at Octo on Saturday. So we're 2 weeks notice or whatever it was, but it was there and we made it and we supported it and we want to, we want to make sure we get things going and we want to support the guys that this is their livelihood, man. As far as Andy goes and other event promoters across the country, we want to make sure we pump them.
And shout out to Andy for probably having the worst job at King of the Hammers. Dude, trying to clock and keep place of all 4 cars.
Oh,
in the
Lord.
Yeah. Dude, I felt bad for Andy.
I asked him, like, what is this?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, Andy was using this. And I'm like, that makes sense for one car. I didn't know he was doing all of them.
Yeah, so we actually,
Andy was trying to keep time on for
on.
all 4 cars using 2 stopwatches, a pen and paper, and everybody shouting, "Who's behind me? Who's in the lead? Who got a flat? Who's on second? What's on first?" It was crazy. Poor guy. I was like, "Oh, I did not want that job, dude."
Yeah, we need one more. We need one more volunteer for communications and timing. The thing is that we're all competitive, right? We're all racers. Yeah. So now it's at a point to where, just because of the sheer magnitude of cars, right? So we had 4 cars in the race.
Right.
We're all on the same channel. Now we're adding a 5th car to the race. And you're adding the 6th car with the Negrete's 516 car. So now we have 6 cars.
But that doesn't run at the same time, right?
It runs on the same time as us.
Oh,
3 classes?
There's actually like multiple. There's UTV class. There's like 6 classes of race.
You guys are all running together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So now we have 6 cars that we're going to have essentially in the race that are falling kind of under the umbrella. So, yeah. I think Belinda, I think you're available.
We're taking volunteers.
Yeah, we're taking volunteers.
You to volunteer.
We're, on a serious note too, we're also looking for additional volunteers. I know Moore is looking for additional volunteers, but if you can help us out and you'd like to work a remote pit for this race, it helps with points. It gives us a couple extra points per car, per team, per person that we put out there. So if we can get 4 or 5 people to work remote pits or remote areas as a volunteer for more, those are huge points for the guys in chasing the championship and as potentially points. So, plus you're helping a good organization. Cody's a great dude. He's a racer first. He's also very realistic thinking in his decision making, his rules, and it's good. It's a very, very good deal. Lucas Hand, who likes our CVs, he also likes the 934 CVs, as he's really happy. He runs them in a Class 1 car. Kevin Flippin Jr. I'm sure we need a large MP sticker for the championship in 516. Will they be at Tech? Don't want small. Car number 555. I like the number. My daughter's favorite number. 555. That's why my car is 1159. But yeah, Kevin, I will be giving a goodie bag, giving sticker packs for cars to run to be eligible. Obviously, we want everybody to run the MP. I think it'll be the minimum size. We're going to have like the 7-inch, the medium size rounds. That's what we're asking. We'll have the big, large ones that you'll see like on the door cars, stuff like that. I think those are like 16-inch, just for anybody else that wants them to run them. Obviously, we like that stuff. Love it. I appreciate it. And yes, you will be required to run an MP sticker for all the classes in the Triple Crown. So that includes the 9 car, the 516, and the 11s. Where would be at? Yeah. So Wink, there you go. And Belinda, plan on coming to the race. Try to come out, call in sick on Friday. Let's go pre-run and test. But definitely early Saturday morning. We're on the track at 7:40 staging, 8 o'clock start time, and we need stopwatches and who's going to be in charge of whose car and timing and everything else, because it's shit's real. A lot of money up for grabs for everybody. So
a lot of fun.
I think we're pretty much covering it. Kevin got it perfect. We'll have it for you. You beat me to it, Mario. Yes, Mario was also the truck driver, but he was also the pit director. You saw some of our very svelte NASCAR pit stop we did to change the tire on it. It was pretty cool on the live feed. It was pretty neat. Again, I can't say enough for the guys that actually, these dudes gave up a lot of time, and I don't want to keep beating a dead horse or anything else. So kind of tell me to shut up if you want, but everybody that plays a role in this, and I'll tell you this flat out, and I'm sure I'm gonna forget people, but Andy Kimball, coming out when you can, Byron, Nelson, Big Mike, Mario, Eddie, Wink, even my pops coming in and helping and doing some stuff, sanding panels and staying late. And Timmy, Peter, And I know I'm forgetting people on the way. Even Lucas from Boxo coming down and hanging out and putting some work in. I mean, there's so many people that were lending hands in this deal and trying to make these things happen. I can't say enough. Mario too. I can't say enough. And again, I truly thankful for everything he did for the team to get it this far. And I'm excited to see what the rest of 21 holds. And it also, like, I had a chance to thank Mike's wife and say, Mike, it's like, I know that takes time away from the family, kids, responsibilities. And it was a hell of a huge feat to build these cars truly in about 6 weeks from start to finish. When we really got into them, we took the bodies off in December or whatever it was, December 17th, but we didn't get on the cars until way after. So appreciate it. And again, thanks to everybody for lending a hand. All right. What is your expectation or what is your goal for accomplishment before we close out today?
Goals are 1, to finish the race, 2, to beat Corey Ryder, 3, I want to paint it, man.
Don't paint it. You're going to time dog. Trust.
Well, that's all. Those are my only 3 things.
Just finishing
And beating Corey Ryder.
It's not going to happen. You know what's funny, dude, is
magic swipe.
Fucking poking is everybody wants to come gunning, and it's all gunning, just lip service. And I do thank you though that I'm such a target for you guys, just to try to hold my jock strap. Everyone wants to get the rider. It's all good. Hater. Anyhow.
Honestly, I just want to have fun, and I know I will. It's going to be tons of fun.
Well, yeah, especially it being your first one. It sounds like when you're that little kid and just Christmas is coming. It's coming. Like, guess what? You didn't have to wait that long.
Yeah. No, 24 boxes.
Yeah.
Like it's here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, only 14 boxes basically.
All right, Lucas. I know you're one of the old. Racers. Just like Lucas just said right here, he's just like I'm one of Corey's targets. I am.
You do call him out every week, though.
Yeah, but that's just because he talks so much shit. It's you keep
my
rattling
sister
the
just
bear.
texted me. She said your goal should be to not pee on yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that was the first one. He's like, hey,
oh yeah, he did ask about that.
How do we take a piss?
Yeah. How do you take a piss? I was like, bro,
you
straight
don't
face, piss your suit, dog. You'll wash it. And they're like really? Dude? I was like, just go, man.
I can't look Gucci like that,
bro. It's black. Don't worry.
Good point.
Why is that spot darker?
Yeah,
sweat.
I got a lot of sweat. It's just sweat.
I got a lot of sweat in this area.
Just wait till the summer race, dude. When you're sweating,
we ran over a skunk.
But yeah, major performance. We should chime in and I was like, you gotta wear the catheter, dog, like the sausage sleeve.
Sausage sleeve.
I was like, I've heard of
He's
this.
like, those are they really have them?
I've heard of the stadium buddy, but not the sausage sleeve.
It's the official packaging. The sausage sleeve.
Trademark.
Dude,
Trademark Randy.
Go over to
You
McKinsey.
guys go make that.
Yeah. We know it here first. Go over to McKinsey's, get yourself a little $9 sausage sleeve. I tried to explain to him how you like slip it over and tuck it down the leg and then put it out the bottom of the car. And I just said, go for it, man. Piss yourself.
Catheter.
It's 4 hours, dude. You can handle it. I know, but you're old and the prostate swells, stuff like that.
There's a lot of bumping. I gotta pee. We just started, but can you pull over?
Yeah. Major performance said it great. Everyone says they just want to finish until they get past. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, you want to, go, son of a bitch! Don't let him pass me. It's true, man. That competitiveness,
For sure,
is just starts to beat, and that's what usually gets a lot of people in trouble. I know who you are. Let's see what else. Lucas Hand has 34th year racing cars, so he's an old bastard. Been around a long time, been upside down recently. That's congratulations on that one. Good job. So you guys want to talk shit? There's a guy 34 years and he put a $100,000 car on its roof this weekend. Good job. Stoked for you though to be out there, and I wish your class 11 was out there. Other than that, man, what would you say, Lucas or Andy Dervaselli from Major Performance? What should you guys tell the new guy on campus? What to expect, for your first year, first race, first everything. It's his prom night.
Yeah, right. You gonna get lucky or not?
Yeah. What would you tell him besides,
Hold on.
Yeah, besides hold on. I can't I'm just like I want an in-car camera. So I might actually put an in-car camera in that car
That'd be kinda
because I want to hear like you've raced anything.
Nothing.
And
That's
it's
badass,
like,
bro.
and that's what I did.
I
I totally dig it because he's like, I'm a sack up. I put my money where my mouth is.
Uh-oh.
Here it is. And but it's like I want to hear he's gonna be beeping the horn or something, but it's gonna be thinking it's gonna be the calm or something, and it's just all these little quirky things are gonna be a blast. And I want to watch it.
I know. We should do a little reality TV show, huh?
All right, here we go. So Richard Boyer, who's been around the block a long time, runs a 16 car too as well. Tell the new guy to find a new body because you'll need it after the second race, especially the roof. Oh,
yeah, that's a major thing.
Yep. The it comes with the territory, man.
Sure.
It is what it is. These cars are not meant to do some of the things that they're doing.
Hey,
and
that's how 60 Mile Rider was born, right?
58 and a half.
Okay, there you go. It'll happen.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
And then Lucas chimed in and said, Adrian, don't give up. And it's harder to finish than to win.
There you go.
That's a great analogy. I mean, it really is. Just, I mean, I was super stoked. Brand new car. I was leery. I didn't want to hurt it. I finished, and it's kept the shiny side up.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I have no intention of winning, placing, doing anything like that.
What's your first race? I mean, it's more of this is a
and
test.
you know what, honestly,
test the car. Test
it's
yourself.
even for me to say anything like that. I don't plan on doing any if driving. So, I mean, this is more on Jesse.
Right.
So I'm,
no pressure.
No pressure.
I know he's watching. I can see the counts, and I know he's listening. I know Peter's listening too. So
yeah. So that's why, I'm basically buying my ticket to the ride.
That's cool.
Because I just want to get in there, man. It's so much fun. And I want to help and I want to do all the things. You guys, I mean, even though you spend a lot of late nights, you guys had fun doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we try to make it fun.
I mean, I know it goes from fun to pressure to just exhaustion and whatnot, but you built a car from the ground up. We're getting in there, more than 3/4 of the way done. So
that car's done. It was racing a month ago.
Exactly. So maybe I'm cheating. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good car. Yeah. So, man, I appreciate all you guys chiming in. I hope you guys enjoyed just talking cars with us this week.
Yeah.
And that's what it was all about.
Come down on the 20th if you can make it.
February 20th, it is a Saturday race at /X in Barstow. /X Cafe will be open. Come in and have a good time. Have a cocktail or burger afterwards. We're going to be out there Thursday evening, testing and pre-running on Friday. Tech inspections Friday. We already have our time slots. But I encourage you, spectators are welcome. It's open desert. Please social distance, wear your mask, do the thing smart so that we can get past this and get back to some normalcy. But get out of the house. Get away from the video game, get out of the house, get your family out. It's free. Come and check it out. What better way to jump in the car and take a car ride for 2 hours up the hill? It's right off the freeway, outlet center. It's not far. I mean, it's
2 exits from the outlet center.
Yeah, this side of it. So it's closer. And you know what, man, just get out and hopefully it'll spark an interest for you. Maybe not to off-road race. Maybe you want to be part of a pit crew. Maybe you want to drive. Maybe you just want to build that old bug you had sitting in the backyard that, who knows what, but everybody's got a VW story and we want to hear yours. My co-host this week, Adrian the Dre, and a special guest, a special thank you to Eddie Express.
Race car Dre now.
Race car Dre.
Check the car Dre.
Let's see.
Check the tag.
Sausage sleeve Dre.
I'll take it. I was thinking I wanted to call the car Dusty Sanchez instead of Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, that's dope. I dig it.
Or maybe I'll just put that on my side.
Yeah. I'll just. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Right.
I'm just sitting here
The
because
sausage sleeve.
I was in the same. I'm super enthusiastic super enthusiastic every race. I get a little anxious. I can't sleep the night before. Like I get worked up. It's just me. And golly, it's worth every minute of it when you're in the car. And it's just a blast. It really is a blast. So stoked.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you sacked up with your money where your mouth is.
If you wouldn't have brought me to these events or showed me anything or introduced me to the right people, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. So thank you. Thanks for getting me involved, keeping me going to the shows or events and stuff like that. Hey, you never know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Want to buy us a trophy truck?
Wifey.
Yeah. Babe, need a new ride. No,
all the other guys are getting them.
Come on, I want one too.
Yeah. But no, I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, you've been a road dog with me since I got here and we'll continue to do so. Looking forward to some shows coming up. Alex VZM Thompson, thank you for checking in. We are hoping and praying and fingers crossed, toes crossed, and really hope that you're able to pull off that Mexico show. Dre and I are extremely excited and ready to come down there and check it all out. We want to be a part of that show and help and promote and do all the stuff. And we'd love to do a live from Mexico City MP Insider show. I think that'd be absolutely cool.
Yep.
If not, we will catch you guys next week. That'll be crunch week for this dude getting ready for the race.
We're going to need an update, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to do an update.
Yeah.
Stay tuned tonight. I'll probably do a couple of sneak peeks and snippets of from MP Garage.
IG MP Adrian.
Yep. MP_Adrian.
That's what I meant.
And yeah, man, keep sharing this thing. If you want to stay up to date, I know a lot of you guys, I can see you coming through on Facebook. If you could do me a huge favor, because I'm trying to get to a milestone, especially on YouTube, so we can actually unlock some of the other key features and benefits and perks for YouTube. If you can just hop over to YouTube, search MP Insider, you don't have to do nothing. It'll pop right up. Please smash that subscribe button and double click that bell for you to stay up to date on everything we do live. We're really trying to build some new content for the YouTube channel. And we're going to have some updates. Our update made in-house from the King of the Hammers. We have a really good time lapse and series building for the class 11 builds and just kind of overview stuff we're going to do. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in each and every week and helping us become the fastest growing podcast on there. And I forgot one more. I will be doing a live interview on VDub Talk. It's a UK VDub radio. Out of the UK, they're on Mixcloud, they're on iTunes. You can even go to your Amazon Alexa and say, Alexa, start VDub Radio, and it's on there. I'll be working with them this Thursday. The episode should come out probably a week after. We'll let you know when it drops, but get over and check it out, and I'll put the link once it goes live. So super excited to talk about some of that stuff. Bunch of events planned, and hopefully we can get them there. And with your guys' safety and smarts and working together, we can all make it happen. We'll catch you next week. See you. Bye.